few more stragglers to get on, people that are just loading up the client here, and then we'll get started here in a minute or two. Hello, everyone from England, Denmark too. Awesome. I'm glad you guys can make it on. Did you guys find that you like this later time better for training, or did you guys like the time that was in, during the day like we did on Halloween? Yeah, I was thinking this time would be better too. Good, good. Just going to wait a couple more minutes here for anyone else that might want to come on.
Maybe Steve, can I see the screen come up? Can you put that in the chat box real quick that you can see the screen just fine?
Good. Anyone having any trouble whatsoever? Are we all good on seeing the screen? Perfect. Perfect. So I appreciate you guys coming on here today. Really, really excited about what we're going to learn. This guy kind of puts me to shame. I've got a lot of videos on the front page, but they don't compare to this guy's, Daryl's ability, which we'll talk more about in a second after we start. Where's the popcorn? Probably just wait a minute or two here. So you guys want to get a pen and paper ready and some, a drink or something so you can take notes and stuff, because we're going to cover some awesome techniques here that I think you're really going to like. So make sure if you're going to take notes, at least you got a pen or something. I personally always use a pen. I can't stand taking notes on a laptop. It's one of my pet peeves. Probably just wait 1 or 2 more minutes here, then we'll go ahead and start. Hope everyone had a great day today. I sure did. I've been working my tail off. Yes, should be recording it. Welcome, Daniel from Austin. Dennis, good to see you got your coffee ready. Yeah, I know. Well, it's kind of weird. There's so many different people that are interested in this training. Some are going to like it at a later time, and then, like we did last time, it's better for some of the day because we've got people from all over the world. And so I'm kind of on like a little rotating thing here. Like, one time we'll do it at night for the people that can make it at night, and then the next time the people that can make it during the day. Because it's really nighttime their time, too. Probably go ahead and start here in a second. What do you think, Daryl?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started.
Cool. Okay, so guys, what we're going to learn about today is how to harness the true power of video. Now, in super simple videos, I showed you how to rank affiliate videos and whatnot, and then in video comment, there were case studies, basically ranking videos and getting, traffic and make a few sales. Now, where Daryl really specializes is taking this like to the nth degree, seriously, and that's what's so crazy about him. On his own, he's generated, what was it, 167
170 million.
views, 170 million views on his own for his clients. And then on top of that, he was able to make another one of his clients over $180,000, all through video. And so video is very, very powerful on its own. And through Video Comment, I was hoping to show you that power. But really, what's impressed me about this is it's just insane, the kind of stuff that he is about to show you. So without any further ado, Daryl, thanks for coming on. Thanks for being here and helping my customers learn more about video. So I'm going to hand it over to you, and we'll go ahead and get
Steve,
started.
I appreciate you having me on, Steve. I'm really excited. Before I really get going on the presentation, Harnessing the Power of Video, I need to just acknowledge the people on the East Coast that got devastated from the hurricane, and just the devastation that's there. And I would just encourage everybody on the call, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world, find a way to contribute, help people out, because there are literally people that are without food, without power, and are really in bad situations. So just encourage you to give to the Red Cross or any service organization that's really helping out. It truly does something for you when you're able to help others. I truly believe in karma, if you want to call it. I think the more that you help people, the more that the people help you. And really, I have some friends and loved ones in the East Coast that were really affected. Luckily, none of them are harmed. Some of their property was harmed and destroyed. But let's just remember them. I know that we're on with our lives, and sometimes it seems so distant from us, but we just got to realize that there's a lot of people in suffering right now. So just contribute whatever you can, if it's your time, talents, or abilities. You'll definitely reap the rewards, from doing something good. But Steve, thank you so much for having me on. Now, there's one thing that I need you to do, Steve. I tend to speak super fast when I get excited, and so it's your job to kind of slow me down, or if I cut out, just kind of come on and let me know where it's at, because sometimes GoToWebinar is not as effective as it could be. But I appreciate everyone from around the world coming on. I know some of you, this is a sacrifice. It's probably way late at night or way early in the morning. I promise you that this will be worth your time. I'm going to give you so much information that some of your heads are going to explode. And the reason why I do this is because I have a lot of information to give. I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and I'm very good at optimizing video and converting video, the views, into money. And I'm going to show you some real life case studies. I'm not going to show you screenshots. I mean, I'm literally going to go off and go right on a live site and show you some analytics and the different things that I can't fake, that is just real, and you're able to see exactly what I do. And I'm going to show you some key strategies that I've done to create these video views. There's a lot of viral strategies that I come up with. But before we do that, I want to just kind of introduce myself so you can kind of get to know me a little bit better. I am a family guy, and I am married to the most amazing woman in the world. And we have 5 wonderful kids. Our oldest child's 13, going on 30. I think some of you can relate with that a little bit. And our youngest has just started kindergarten. He's 5 years old. And we're basically every 2 years between the two for our 5 kids. And for me, family is everything. It's what I live for. It's what I am. Without family, I wouldn't want to exist, and I just love it. I am a real off-light consultant. This is what I do full-time. I have clients. I've been doing this since 1999, and I have a lot of clients, and we do a lot of different creative variety of things for them. And I'm going to introduce you to a couple of my clients that you're able to see that. But there's one little thing that is about me is I actually live in a very, very small town in southern Utah. And hopefully everybody's seeing the screen. My screen's changing on this. Sometimes GoToWebinar hangs up. But I live in a small town in southern Utah. The population is 4,163 as of the 2011 census. But truly, we've actually had people move out since then. The economy was hit pretty bad here in southern Utah. There's a lot of people that are general contractors, and there was no work, so they went out to other parts of the world to work. And we've had a lot of deaths and so on. And so we're actually under 4,000 right now. But I live in a very, very small town. And this town's a pretty interesting thing. I moved to this town when I was 12 years old. And I found out that I actually had some small town challenges. When I was 12 years old, there was only about 2,800 people in town. And we went to school, and it was the first day of school, going to a new school and a new community. And I came across a girl that I really liked. We really hit it off. Yeah, I'm 12 years old, and I had a crush on her, and you know, and I just thought I was going to get married to this blonde, this beautiful blonde, and we totally hit it off. I went home and was telling my mom and dad about how amazing school was and how beautiful this girl was, and that we were going to get married and have 10 kids or whatever. And the funny thing about it was my dad says, "Well, what's her name?" And I stated her name, and he's like, "Oh, no, 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 Daryl, you cannot do that. She's your second cousin." And I found out just really that I was actually related to half the town. So of the population of the 2,800, I found out I was related to half the town. And so it had some very interesting challenges, one of which I went to a very small high school. I graduated from a small high school. And if you do anything wrong in the small community, guaranteed that your parents are going to know before you even get home. And far too many times you had all these people looking out for you, and just tattling to your mom and dad. And so a lot of this stuff was really frustrating growing up. And, I just didn't want to be in the community anymore. I wanted to get away and so on. And those that graduated school or came back from college, there's only a couple areas that you could actually live in the area. And the first one was you could be an educator, or you could be in construction or sell to contractors. Now, keep in mind, I had no desire to work for the public school system. I'm not saying that's a bad rap or anything like that. I just didn't like the structure. I didn't like it when I was going through and so on. I basically didn't want to do anything with construction. My dad's a general contractor, and I did way too much work for that. And the thing about that is it gave me true appreciation. There's a lot of people, a lot of hardworking people out there that put a lot of effort in what they do, and I learned that. So I wanted to get away from this town. I had a plan to go to college and graduate, which I did do. But before I did that, I actually left, and I left the town, I left my state, and I left the country. And I actually went to Paraguay for 2 years, and I did a mission for my church. And what that did for me is it changed my life. It literally took me out of my own reality and really centered me down. It gave me true things to worry about. And I really found myself there, and I really appreciated the time that I was able to do. And I truly love the people of Paraguay. I was able to learn 2 languages down there and communicate with some just wonderful friends. I just love the people of Paraguay and their humble circumstances. And what I found out when I was out in the 2 years, I found out a lot about myself and who I wanted to be and what I wanted to become. But I also found out two important things. One, I loved my small town. I loved it. And I couldn't wait to finish my mission and go back and go to school and be able to get married and raise my kids in the small town. And I knew I wanted to do this. I wanted to be right by my family. Now, my family, like I told you, I love my family, and family is what it's all about for me. And let me kind of explain why family's the way that it is for me. These are the Eves brothers. Okay, these are my very, very best friends in the whole wide world. They don't get much better than this. I mean, I had friends I used to hang out in high school and so on and so forth, but these are my bosom buddies. These are my very best friends. And let me tell you, I just want to introduce you to them because I just love them so much. The guy on the left is my brother Jack. He's the oldest, and he's a school administrator. The person right next to him with a nice big smile is my brother Steve. He's actually a math and science teacher at an intermediate school. Then the guy in the middle is probably one of the most amazing men I've ever met in my life, and I truly idolize, and he's my hero. It's my brother David, and he's quite a few younger than me. He's like six years younger than me. And I don't know if you can see it. He actually has some braces on his legs and so on and so forth. When he was 16 years old, he was the basketball star at the high school and was really doing great and went on a homecoming date. A date asked him to go, and they went on a four-wheeler, an off-road vehicle. And they were driving down the road, and she was kind of driving a little fast and lost control over the four-wheeler and it ejected both of them off. She went and hit into a field, and my brother got ejected off and hit into a tree, and it severed his spinal cord from the chest down. We're actually holding him up for that picture. He's in a wheelchair. He's been there since 16. He's now 30. And he's just one of the most amazing men that I've ever met in my life. And the reason why is he is determined to do what he wants to do. And when he came out of the hospital, he actually fell out of his chair, and he's a tall guy. I mean, he's 6'3", very, very tall. And when he fell out of his chair, his wheelchair was a lot higher than what it is, and it was the first time that he had to put himself back in the chair. Now, keep in mind, I went over there to try to go help him. He's like, "No, Daryl, I don't want you to do it. I'm going to do it myself." And he struggled, for over an hour, and he didn't do it. And I went to go help him again, and I'm in tears. I'm like, "David, let me help you." He's like, "No, I need to learn how to do this. I'm going to do this." And he went and put himself in the chair. It took him about 2.5 hours or so. My mom was in tears. I was in tears, and David was determined. And that alone taught me so much. That means that any obstacle that we have, we can overcome it. I mean, here the doctor says that, hey, you're going to just live this horrible life. And he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful child, and he's just an amazing guy. Now the portly guy right next to him, that's me. I lost a little bit of weight since then, just a little bit, not too much. My wife had me on a diet. I don't know if your wife's ever had you on a diet, or your spouse. And I'll talk about the specifics of what I do, but the guy next to me is my little brother Michael, and he's a math teacher as well. And the guy on the end is Joseph, and he is a publisher. But these guys are my very, very best friends, and the reason why I wanted to stay close to them is they all have kids, and our kids play with each other. It's like Mayberry here in southern Utah, and I love it. I just love it. But honestly, there's some small town challenges because I am a very ambitious person. I had some very serious issues. I wanted to make some serious money, and I didn't know how to do that from a small town. And after I came back from my mission in Paraguay, and I went to school, I actually went and worked for a company. It was a regional hospital. I was the assistant director of public relations when I graduated from college. And I quickly realized that I didn't want to work for anybody. It was a great job. It would have kept me in the community, but it was very limiting. I couldn't grow or make the money that I wanted to do or have the freedom that I wanted. I want freedom to go and do what I want, when I want, and how I want. And there was too much structure for that. Even though that I wanted to be a hospital administrator, it just wasn't going to happen. And so I had two options. Okay, the first option that I had was I can either sell meth, and that's not very good for a Mormon selling meth. It's just not going to, it doesn't work with our religion at all. It's just not cool. But to make some serious money, I either had to do that or do something on the internet. And luckily, the internet was just taking off, and I had a great opportunity. I realized with the internet, I could literally work anywhere. I could get clients. Some of my first clients I got from Australia. Whoever's on with Australia, I just love that place. And I've had Japan and locally here, and then also Canada and so on. I realized that I could work anywhere in the world, and it just opened up my eyes. And I found that, you know what, even though that the amount of income that I can make in my small community is only X amount, I could actually charge more if I find other areas in other cities that the cost of living is a lot higher and they expect to pay more, which was great for the same amount of services. So all I needed to do is find qualified clients anywhere in the world, and I needed to find a way to find them and to contact them. And this right here is a really interesting thing. I went through that, and I actually stumbled upon something. And you have to do some pretty innovative, creative things when you're in a small community to really make a difference. And I found qualified clients. I found a way that qualified clients contact me personally. And it's just amazing that, I can just do these little strategies with video, and people are calling me for my services. And I'm going to talk to you about this a little bit later in the webinar, but I need to go over some 101 stuff. Now, most of you are already experts at YouTube or Google, or both. I need to go over a couple things. Everyone knows that Google owns YouTube. It's one of their properties that they have, and they love it, and they kind of interact with each other and so on. But let me give you some very important statistics. I like statistics because it tells a greater picture of things to come. Okay, this statistic right here, there's over 800 million unique visitors or users visit the site, youtube.com, every month. 800 million, that's a lot. Now, in 2011, YouTube had 1 trillion views. Now, keep that in mind, guys. 1 trillion. That's 1,000 billion. That is a lot of views. That's a lot of consumed content on YouTube. And that's in 2011. I'll bet you that's at least 1.5 trillion because there's just been a lot of more publicity on YouTube. They're doing all these other things with it. It's just great. Okay, this next one always shocked me. 72 hours of video are uploaded every minute. 72 hours. I can't imagine how much storage they're always creating and can continue to create just to keep up with all the amount of uploads that you have. I remember when they used to just limit you to only 5 minutes. Now I just uploaded a video that was 5 hours and they just took it. That's part of the 72 hours of video that's uploaded every minute. Okay, these next two statistics are extremely important. I'm going to refer back to these as we give the webinar. Okay, 500 years of video is watched every day on Facebook. Let me reiterate that. Okay, 500 years of video, YouTube videos, are watched every day on Facebook. That is a lot of views. I mean, can you imagine how many hours that is? It is just amazing. 500 years of video. Okay, it's a very important statistic, and we're going to come back to that in a minute. The next one is 700 videos are shared on Twitter each minute. And I'll bet you that's a lot higher now that more of the popularity of Twitter and more people are using it. And I contribute to that stat, all those stats, quite a bit. Okay, now let me tell you about YouTube and Google, and most of you truly understand this. There's a lot of power behind Google, and Google gives YouTube videos certain love. And it's amazing things that you're able to do with video. You're able to rank them and so on. But what I want you to do is I want everyone to look at the screen right now and close your eyes, have them all shut, and open them up. And I guarantee you the first thing that you saw is that video. That is true power. You're literally bringing people in, and as those search results are there, and this is just in regular organic search in a localized market, that they're attracted to that video. And that's why there's such a high conversion. The problem is, and this is the true problem that most people have, is they put video up, they rank it, but they don't know how to convert. They don't know how to translate that traffic into those views, that traffic into actual dollars. And I want to show you a real life case study. And Steve was really good to put it in the emails out to you, and a lot of you are on the call because you wanted to meet the guy that is behind the 170 million views on YouTube. And it's really a lot higher than that. I have other clients. This is just one client. I have a lot of clients that have 30, 40, 50 million views. Another one has 80 million views. And so there's really a lot of cool things that you can do. And I'm going to give you everything about this case study. I'm going to go into detail, and it's with the Piano Guys. Now, some of you might know the Piano Guys. They're starting to really take off and really get noticed in the world. I want to kind of introduce you to the Piano Guys here. The guy on the cello, his name is Stephen Sharp Nelson, one of the most amazing musicians that I've ever met, ever. He is amazing. He plays 7 instruments, and what he does is he uses what he learned on those instruments in his cello. So he plays the guitar. He uses the cello like a guitar, doing different things like that. He plays the drums. He uses his cello like a beatbox and a drum. It's just amazing, and it goes through it. It's just one of the most amazing things. Now, Stephen, basically, when I met him, was a real estate agent that was just doing music, and it's a passion that he loved, wanted to do it full time. Now, the guy right next to him that's actually has his ear on the headphones, that's Al. And he actually had a mixing studio that he actually composes and mixes music. But in his daytime job, he was actually selling mortgages and so on. And the guy that has the camera that's on his knee, his name's Paul. And Paul owned a piano store. And times were tough, and pianos were being hard to sell, and he kind of got frustrated with that and really wanted to quit his day job and do what he loves, making videos full time. And the guy that's on the piano, his name's John Schmidt, amazing pianist. He's just a prodigy. He's just amazing. Has just an amazing ability. I've even seen him play with his feet, and it's like stuff that I can't even play with my hands. It's just amazing. And he was the only one that was doing this full time, but he'd just do gigs here or there for a couple $1,000s and just selling a little bit of music. Just wasn't really into it full time. And the guy that has the camera down below, his name's Tell, and he actually worked for Paul in the piano store and was going to school as a videographer because he wanted to be a videographer. So there's the piano guys. And when I met them, they said, Daryl, we want three things. Can you help us with these three things? The first thing, we want to get more video views on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. It's starting to get really popular. We had a couple million views, and we wanted to really take it to the next level. And we truly believe, Daryl, that if you can get us more video views, our next goal will accomplish, which is we need to get more fans buying our music. But we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to convert that view into music. And the last thing that they said is, hey, we wanted to truly quit our day jobs and do this full time. This is our desire. Can you do this? Can you help us? And I says, oh, sure. Yeah, let's see what we can do. And we came up with some strategies. And the cool thing about it, these strategies are extremely real. And I'm going to just give you a couple statistics here of what we were able to do. Okay. We created a strategy, and I'm going to show you in a minute the strategy. We were able to create a strategy for them that they made $182,000 in 2 days. $182,000 in 2 days. And they were using it with some video strategies. And I'm going to show you exactly what I did. And the cool thing about it, we were able to help them get almost 1 million YouTube subscribers. We're estimating next week we'll have our 1 millionth YouTube subscriber. We only started with about 6,000 subscribers, and we were able to take that up in a very short amount of time. I'm going to show you the analytics on that as well. Okay. And another thing that we were able to accomplish for them is 170 million views. And these are video views, and we've only uploaded 34 videos. And you can do the math of how many videos that is per view. Okay. And the cool thing about it is, and this is a statistic that I love, is they were able to quit their day jobs after 3 months of hiring me. Now, I'm one that I want to show you everything that I do and have done for the piano guys so that you can see everything just live. And we can't do that on a PowerPoint. I could show you screenshots, but you're like, ooh, that could be doctored. I want to show you the real deal, okay? So we're going to go off. Hopefully everybody can see my screen. I'm going to go into Chrome, and you can see right here. Let's go ahead and refresh this. We have the piano guys right here. You can see they have 947,120 subscribers. Sorry, let me turn that down. They have 170 million views, and they just right before I put some statistics in, they already came up 100,000 more video views since we started, and I just barely changed the stuff probably 5 or 10 minutes before we started. But here's their channel. And when you become a partner with YouTube, they'll actually give you the ability to modify your channel here and put some external links. This actually goes to some music and so on, and it helps you convert better. But let me show you some analytics. This is where it can get super powerful. And I want to show you a few things. I think there's a few things that you need to check out and to know. And the analytics just proves everything, and it really shows you what can truly happen with video. So now it's rendering right here. I want to show you this statistic right here. So the performance, just since January 1st, 2012, okay, so it's the first of the year, to November 8th, 2012, we've had 139, almost 140 million views. Okay, 140 million views just since the first of the year. Look at this spike right here. Look at that thing. Boom, there's a spike. And I'm going to tell you how we got that spike too. There's a really interesting way. And each of these have spikes, and I'm going to teach you some of the things that we did to really make that happen. But we really changed the technique, and look how much it's jumped up higher, that we're getting more and more video views that's there. Okay, here's another cool thing. Check this out. Okay, 661 years and 12 days were watched just this year on the Piano Guys. So that statistic that I just showed you, that 700 years of videos watched every day on Facebook, guess what, guys? They were watching the Piano Guys one of those days. One of those days. It's just amazing because that's almost 700 years right there. Here's a statistic that you guys might get excited about. Check this out. YouTube paid my client $154,000, almost $155,000, just the first of the year, just to post YouTube videos. Now, keep this in mind, guys. This is what blows me away. Honestly, this is what blows me away. Is when I got them as a client, they had no idea that they could make money on the ads in YouTube. And when I explained that to them, they're like, really? And we did it for 1 month, and they're like, wow. So do you think I could ask for a premium for some of the stuff that I'm doing? You bet I could. You bet I could. Now let's go back 365 days. I think it's an important statistic here. You're going to see it's going to jump up from November 8th to November 8th. It's going to take a second to load. Their analytics loads so slow sometimes. We'll check this out here. Okay, here it goes. So we had 154 million views, since then, and they made $172,000 just from year to date. And the cool thing about it, and you can look at this statistic here, over 729 years were watched just on their channel alone, on the videos that were there as well. And you can see the bulk of the stuff. And I actually started 3 months prior to this. And so of the 170 million, it was really close to 160 something million of the 170 that I actually helped them generate. And we went through some very interesting viral campaigns and so on. But the statistics here are extremely amazing. And some of the videos we actually don't do any ads on, like this Pirates of the Caribbean is our most popular video. Look at this, 18 million views. And you know what? We don't do any ads on it because it's owned by Disney, the music by Disney, and they don't let you do the stuff. And so we're not able to do it. So realistically, if we were able to charge on that, that'd be another $15,000 to $18,000 to $20,000 that would be added upon that. Okay. And you can see the ones that we have, and we've made money, and we can continue to make money. And every day we make money. And it's just amazing what can be done. Okay, so let me go in detail with you of what we're able to do with the Piano Guys. I think this is an important thing so that you can truly, truly understand what we've done.
That sounds annoying. All right, cool. Let me
did
let
I
me
cut
see if
out?
I can get him back on. He may have had internet troubles here. 1 second. It looks like he's still talking.
Unmuted.
Are you there, Daryl? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
sorry, your audio cut out about 45 seconds ago. So.
Oh my gosh, I went
it
through
was
so much
making
good information too. I am so sorry, guys. Okay, so we're in the analytics, right?
Yeah, you were, the last thing I think we went over is you were talking about the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay, so I'm not going to go back to the analytics thing, but basically, with the Pirates of the Caribbean, we didn't we didn't do any ads on it. It could have been an additional $20,000, but we couldn't do it because it was owned by Disney. The music was, and there's some regulations that you do with music, but you don't need to hear that. But the reality is what you're able to do in a short amount of time. And I want to kind of explain to you how I was able to have these videos explode. Okay, the first thing that I did, I didn't have to do. These guys are extremely talented. The music is exceptional. The video is exceptional. They just didn't know how to market. They didn't know how to do what we're doing, how to get people to actually watch the videos. They were putting them up there but had no clue. They had some lucky videos that over the course of the time picked up, 1 million views or something, and some of it took like 6 months for them to do it, and everybody would be so happy with that feat. But in reality is they wanted to do that in a day. And so they hired me, and we were able to do that. And I'm going to teach you what I have done with them so that you can replicate this and do it. And the reason why I bring up the Piano Guys example is to get you to think outside of the box a little bit. There's so many ways to make a lot of money. Okay, and this is definitely a way to do that, and it can be a huge client for you if you do it right, if you do some profit sharing, which I'd always encourage, okay? And it can really take your business to the next level. You can also do it with affiliate marketing. There's a lot of great things to generate leads and so on and so forth from there. But let me tell you what I did with the Piano Guys. So let's go ahead and click on a video here real quick. You can see that check this out. Since October 3rd, we've had 2.7 million views. They're getting ready to release another video this week, hopefully this week. If not, it'll be Monday. But what I want to show you is a couple things. Remember, the first thing they wanted to do is get more video views. That's fine. But the next thing they wanted to do is sell more music. So one of the first things that we did is put them on multiple places so that they could buy music. Okay, the first thing was Amazon, iTunes, and then we actually built a store for them as well that they're able to do that. But let me tell you what I did to make this go viral, because some of you really want to know how this can go viral. Okay, so what I did was created what I call viral bait. Okay, something that would cause action for the people on the video to do certain things. Okay, not a new concept for internet marketers or affiliate marketers. It's a very common thing. Get this free report or whatever. So as people would come on and watch the video and were blown away by the video itself and the audio, the music, the first line that's here, and it's no longer here because we're doing a different campaign to really do that, and I'll kind of explain that in a second. But the first line that says here, get this song for free, download the free MP3 here, and they'd click it. So when they clicked that link, it would actually take them to a custom Facebook page. And the custom Facebook page basically had a little thing that come up that says, hey, before you can get that free MP3, you got to like our page. So they hit like. And then after that, then a video would come up with the Piano Guys that says, hey, you guys, we're really trying to let people know about our music. And would you just mind just sharing it with your friends? And we had a share link, or tweeting it. We had a tweet link that was there. Okay. Would you mind doing that? And so they went ahead and did those items, and a lot of them really did that. And then a new button comes up, download your free MP3, click here. So they went and clicked that, and what that would do would take them to a page like this, and it would be $0, and all they needed to do is add to cart. So they went and hit add to cart, and they put their name, address, their email address in there just to check out, even though that it was for 0 items. Now, guys, think about this for a second. What did I just have accomplished? I actually took them down a sales funnel. This is my sales funnel. They watched a video view. They clicked a link. They did a Facebook like. They did shares of the video, which got more people to go through the same process, okay? They did tweets to get more people to go through the same process. It created these social signals that are out there, and more people were doing it because, the average person has over 200 Facebook friends, so they're getting that posting and so on. And then they went to the store. And when they were at the store, they filled out their information to get their free MP3. And when they got their free MP3, they were on our mailing list. So what we got was a video view. We got a Facebook like. We got a share, we got a tweet, we got their name, address, and email address, and we had something to work with. And this is the cool thing, guys. It's just amazing, was to start targeting those people. Now, let me tell you how many people actually downloaded that free MP3, because these are stats. I'm an analytics junkie. I love analytics just so that I know what's doing right. We do a lot of split testing, okay? We had over 60,000 people in the first 2 hours download the free MP3. That was 60,000 likes. Views. That was 60,000 likes. That was 60,000 plus shares, because they could share it with more than one friend. They might post it on their wall. They might do all the other stuff. Then guess what? They got a tweet. If they had a Twitter account, they would tweet it. And then we got their name, address, and phone number for those 60,000 people, email address. And so look at the power behind that. And now anytime that I get a video that I'm introducing, we actually send an email out and say, hey, check out our new video. And we are also selling the MP3. Click this link. And it's amazing how many people will actually click on it. Our open ratio is unheard of. It's like 89% people open it when they get the email. And of those 89%, we have over 65% that actually click the link to watch the video or buy a product. And I'm still blown away that people would actually buy a product before they even watch the video, but I can track all that stuff. Okay, so what the moral of the story is, guys, there are people out there that you can do this work for, and you can create this viral bait. It could be a free MP3. It could be whatever it is. It just needs to be targeted to your market, targeted to the people that are interested in your channel and your videos. And it cause them to go through a few little things to get that little free thing. You'd be amazed at what people will do. Now, keep in mind, of those 60,000, we went back through and over 92% was accurate information. Because when we sent out the first blast, we didn't get any return emails. But I did notice, and this is just when we did this one, that one was from Steve Jobs, and he just passed away a week earlier, and somebody put some fake stuff information just to get the MP3. You'll always get that, but we were able to get so many names, so many people to market to, and really create this little viral system. So anytime that we do a release, we can get the ball rolling, and when you get more video views, it kind of snowball, and when you get featured, it goes to town, guys. I'm telling you, it's just amazing. Okay, so that's one strategy. Let me give you the next strategy. You guys said, okay, well, how did he make the $182,000 for this client just off of video? I'm going to show you that. I'm going to explain to you what I did, okay? So the first thing that we did is we got rid of the free MP3 link, and we had a little thing that says, to become a founder of the Piano Guys, click here for more information and get some free or some music, okay? So they would click this link, okay? And the link would take them to this page right here. Now, you guys are probably really astute, and you've probably seen pages like this before. It's just a squeeze page. But for the rest of the world, they have no idea what it is. And basically what the video said, they'd come on and says, oh, you know, we're Steve and John, and we're trying to quit our day jobs and just make music full time, doing stuff that we love. And, you know, we'd like you to help us out. And if you become a founder, you know, we'll give you a free album. And so on. So basically what we did is create what we called a Kickstarter campaign, like in some ones, but it was just in the beginning. That's kind of where I got the idea, is the Kickstarter campaign. Okay. So they'd come here and they would say, oh, okay, you can see, they can see all the club packages.
He probably doesn't even.
Unmuted.
You back? You cut off again.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on, guys. Okay. Where did I, you might need to just stay on and just make sure that I'm here.
Oh, don't worry. I'm watching it too. I'm learning a lot here too, so this is great.
Okay, so tell me where I cut off.
You were talking about let's see, about 45 seconds ago, and help me out here, guys. He was Can you hear me? I think my microphone's cutting out. Okay, can you hear me?
Okay, it says squeeze page.
I'm cutting out too.
The beginning of the squeeze page. That's what they said. Can you hear me?
Okay, squeeze page. Yeah, I think GoToWebinar is giving us some issues here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop my recording because you're recording it too, right? Well.
No, I'm not going to stop it.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry about this. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the. And Steve, can you stay on so you can, you know, if I cut out, so I don't have to go 45 minutes or 45 seconds back into it, if that's cool.
Oh no, don't worry, I'm here.
Okay, sounds good. So at the beginning of the squeeze page, so this is a squeeze page here, and basically that video was Steven and John saying, hey, we want to quit our day jobs and make music full time. This is what we love. And if you would be willing to join the Founders Club, become a founder, we'll give you some music. Okay, and now check this out. You guys seen squeeze pages before, but this is how they're able to make $182,000 just in 2 days. Now check this out. This is amazing, guys. Is the basic packages is $10. They're basically just giving them a donation. Doesn't include anything, just a Founders Club membership. Then the $20 package, which is a lifetime Founders Club membership, and the piano, you get a free digital download of the YouTube Hits Volume 1, which was 12 songs that they had on their YouTube videos. Then the next one is the intermediate package, that they actually get the CD in the mail. Okay, the $100 package. Look at this, jumps up. And this is by far our most popular package. They actually get a Piano Guys t-shirt in addition to all the stuff I said previously. and then their name written on the founders. Now, keep in mind, what did this actually cost them to do to do the $100? They had a CD that it took them about $4 to produce, basically print out and so on, and probably another $3 or $4 to mail out, along with a T-shirt, which was about $5-6. And so look at all the profit that they were able to make on that, and all that money went towards helping them quit their day jobs. And it's crazy. And the only difference was, you see this 2,500. They had 16 people click on this 2,500 and actually pay for it. The only difference was these are like ultra fans that wanted to talk to Steve or John, and they had a 1-hour personal one-on-one Skype phone call. And do you think that's worth it for the $2,500? And you bet it. They were excited, and they got some VIP tickets. Didn't include the transportation, but they would hang out and so on. We had this guy that flew over from Russia just to hang out with them and pay the $2,500. But guys, this is what they did to be able to generate, that $182,000. And we've been doing it successfully for over a year now. We're phasing this out, and we're moving into a fan club. And the cool thing about the fan club, it's residual. This is one time. The fan club is going to be residual. You're going to pay month to month or quarterly or annually, and it's going to come with some benefits and so on. And guess who they're getting to do all the membership and all the other stuff, because whose idea it was. And that's what it's all about, guys. And the crazy thing is they were able to do some amazing, amazing things. Now, I want to show you one other statistic just to show you how real this is. This is the YouTube statistics for VidStatX. Okay, so for the piano guys. So we have the most watched subscribers, 126 or 126 out of all the channels that are on YouTube. Ours ranks 126. And look at the hourly subscribers that we're getting and the daily subscribers. We're getting anywhere between 3,400 to 2,200 to 3,400 a day. But when we do a video release, guys, it goes through the roof. We can get 20, 30, sometimes even 40,000 daily subscribers coming onto our YouTube channel. So this is real, guys. And the cool thing about it is, with these piano guys, we were able to do some amazing things. And let me just kind of recap some amazing things. The first off, let me go back to it here. They were able to make $182,000 in 2 days, and they continue to make a lot of money. It's not as lucrative as those first 2 days were, but it's still a lot of cash. They made $154,000 just on AdSense. YouTube was paying them to post YouTube videos. Okay, this is outside income that they didn't even know to expect when they hired me. Okay, the next thing I'm really excited about, they had $1.5 million in music sales this year. That's off their website, iTunes, Amazon, and CD Baby. That is amazing. We literally converted the traffic. If you remember, what we did in the beginning of the year is 154 million views, okay? And we got $1.5 million for all those views in music sales. So the first thing, we wanted to increase their traffic. The second thing was wanted to sell their music. Okay. The next thing, we already talked about that, 170 million and almost 1 million subscribers. And then this is a really cool thing, is in a couple of weeks, they actually have a PBS special for 2 hours on PBS, and it's a concert, and it's going to just make this go through the roof because it's definitely their demographic. And a few months ago, they actually signed with Sony, and Sony was really interesting. They said, you know what? We take control over the web for all our clients. We don't let any of them do anything. But in your case, we're going to have you continue to do what you want. You have complete control when it comes over social media, your YouTube channel, any online presence. You do everything because you know what you're doing, because you're doing a lot better job than us. I literally have had appointments and meetings with Sony executives to give them ideas of how they can improve. And it looks like I'm going to pick up some pretty big names too, and help them out and help Sony out. And Sony's going to be paying me some money, which is good. Okay, now the next thing is they've been on Jay Leno, Katie Couric, The Today Show, Fox News, ABC, Fox and Friends, etc. They've been on that. This week they're flying out to New York and doing some other stuff. I don't know how it will be with the disaster out there, but they're going to do that, but it's amazing. But the statistic that I'm the happiest with out of all these statistics is this, that they are able to quit their day jobs and do what they love full time. I mean, there's something about that, just being passionate about what you love and just doing it full time. Now, Let's go ahead and Steve, let's take some questions before I shift gears and talk about harnessing the power of video and video marketing. Go in depth with that for you and your clients. Does anybody have any questions about the piano guys or anything like that?
Any? Don't be afraid to ask anything.
Yeah, I'm willing to open it up, and I'm going to take my screen off this so I can see some of the questions here.
Rich Rogers asks, do you see this as a way to build a membership site?
Oh, yes. Let me tell you, it is amazing. It's amazing, okay? Because we are going to do a membership, and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek because you guys are astute, okay? John is an amazing pianist, and he actually is very committed, and he's written books for people to learn how to play the piano. We're doing a membership site, and this is the crazy thing of teaching people how to play the piano, and it's going to be in a drip system. We're recording all the stuff as we speak, and we're putting together the membership area, but it's going to be amazing. And the cool thing about it is we can charge a lot of money for it, and it's going to be geared towards piano teachers and also piano students, and it's going to drip out the content. And so, yeah, you can do this. You just need to be a little creative, but you can do this for any type of membership site or anything. All you need to do is figure out how to convert those views or get the views up, convert the views into dollars. And video is just a really easy way to get people to take action. It really is.
Wow. I've actually never thought of that. That's so cool. Here's another one from William. He said, when you send viewers to the store, he wants to know if it was the Amazon store, and he also would like to know how you got the customer's email after that.
Okay, yeah, great. We actually was sending them to our store. Okay, and the reason why we sent them to our store is because we wanted them to fill out the information. As you can see, here's our store here. Let's go ahead and go to the home page. You can see that we're selling different things. You can see we're on Jay Leno here, and we're selling a T-shirt for $24 and a band and so on. So when they ever fill out this information or get the free MP3, we wanted to steer them towards our store so we could get their name, address, and phone number. If they go to Amazon, we just wanted to make it convenient on Amazon and iTunes for people to do it, and we couldn't track any of that stuff. So the main way that we do it, we either do a reduced rate or a special or something that they can't get on Amazon or iTunes, and it would lead to that. Now, I need to do a disclaimer here, and it's a very important disclaimer. Since Sony come on, they really want us to push Amazon and iTunes for the ease of use, and they're really hitting it hard. And their albums also put out into, Targets and Walmarts and Costco's, throughout the world. And they're really targeting Germany. And they basically take my analytics and figure out where they're going to market the piano guys. So, yeah.
Cool. And then Pam and Mark, they both have a question about the channel. They want to know how long does it take to brand a channel, and how do you make the channel look so professional, like the way you had it pulled up?
Yeah, you can really, really customize it. Let me go back to the channel here. You can really customize it when you can get that branding from YouTube. And the cool thing about it is it doesn't take that many views to get the invite. And once you have the invite, you can just do your code and put it right there and do it. There's a lot of people that never do it, but it really converts because I can track off of all this stuff. How many people are actually clicking on this to go to our store, to the Founders Club, Sheet Music, going to our Facebook page or Twitter, and what we want to do is create this community within a community. And so, yeah, that's it. And you can do that. It doesn't take much. I have other clients that I've been able to do that for. All you need to do is put out consistent content and get spikes of views, and you'll be asked to join their AdSense thing. And you can do that just automatically now, but there will be a certain level that they'll say, oh, now you can become a partner and you can customize your Facebook page. So hopefully that answers that.
Here's a common one. They're wanting to know how they can replicate this in a normal way, because and I think this is going to be interesting, but they're wondering how they can, say, apply this to just a normal business, because everybody's not as slick as these musicians. We got Fred
no, and I'm gonna show an example here in a minute about that, how to market video for the average person, for you and for your clients. See, these are a client of mine, but the bulk of my clients are, attorneys, lawyers, nursing homes, troubled teen facilities, different things like that. I do a lot of affiliate marketing videos that I put out there. that my VAs do when we have a little bit of downtime to help generate us some money. As you can see down here on the Amazon link here, let me go ahead and do that. There's a short code here. This actually is an affiliate link, and guess who gets little money on that? I mean, and I let them know before I did it. I don't want to tell them that I'm not doing stuff like that, but there's ways to do that and really make a difference. And I truly understand where you're coming from on the ordinary stuff. I wanted to give you the piano guys example so I could broaden your mind and show you the possibilities of what you can truly do. But I will now, if we don't have any other questions, I'll go right into how you can actually market the video for you and your clients. Unless, Steve, you see any other important questions to go.
Yeah, one more thing. People are asking about, did you use any fancy software like Black Hat ways to do this, or was it all legit and actually?
Here's the cool thing about me. I will never use any Black Hat stuff, okay? And the reason why is one day it catches up with you. And you're going to get banned or you're going to get blacklisted. Why would I want to ban someone that's making $170,000 just off of AdSense because I'm doing something stupid? You know, and there's actually viral ways to do this, and it's not unrealistic to get these figures. I'm going to show you a couple examples with real world people that you can do if you know how to target the video, because the video is extremely important, so that you can use that to channel people to do things. Sometimes there's a lot of poor content that's video, and so they're not going to go do anything.
Cool. Somebody else would like to know, just as a quick sidebar here, if direct landing pages are permitted by YouTube.
Yeah, you can. These links that are in the description are direct landing pages, and you can also like click on here and look at this. Boom! It takes right to the squeeze page.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I think what makes me most excited about this is because some people have actually had trouble. You know, they'll come out with the YouTube, way to kind of profit off YouTube, but they kind of like exploiting the system a little bit. And what I really like about your approach, and from what I've learned from it before actually diving into this presentation, is that it's all just by the book and legitimate. And so I'm really excited to see what's next. So I don't really see any more questions. There's so many, so I'm sorry I missed you.
Well, I see a couple. I see a couple that says, "Okay, let's get back to reality now."
Yeah.
So,
so
Doug. Okay,
go ahead and move
Doug,
on.
I can take care of it. Okay, we'll get to back to reality. But this is reality, guys. I showed you the numbers. This is statistics, and you can do this. You need to just change your mindset a little bit and realize that it's not impossible. And that's why I wanted to show you this. Is it's not impossible. I was able to do this in less than a year. Less than a year, using the techniques. I just shared with you those techniques that we were able to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and, you know what, let's just go. I don't want to go back on my PowerPoint slide. Let's just go into reality. So let's talk about clients.